welcome to this daily live sessions of Unacademy. My name is Ronak Shah, and in this session I'm going to teach you the next topic of basic maths. This is the third session of basic maths, and we are going to discuss the basics of surds and indices. So if you are preparing for CAT and other MBA entrance exam, this is a must attend session for you. Now before we go ahead, let me quickly introduce myself once again. So as I mentioned, my name is Ronak Shah and I have completed my MBA and I am also an engineer. I have more than 12 years of training experience. I have trained more than 10,000 students for CAT and other MBA entrance exams. And apart from that, I have personally scored 99 plus percentile in CAT exam a couple of times. On Unacademy, once again, this is CAT4MBA channel. So you will find best of the educators teaching you the quantitative aptitude, verbal ability and logical reasoning and data interpretation for all the MBA entrance exams. Now let me quickly brief you about the agenda of this session. So we are going to discuss the basics of surds and indices. We'll look at certain rules related to surds, and we'll also understand the indices in detail, and then we'll practice some questions based on this. Now before we proceed, quickly would like to tell you that if you haven't subscribed to this channel, then do it. You can subscribe to this Unacademy CAT4MBA channel, and you can also subscribe to our Telegram channel so that you can access the lecture notes after every session. In fact, we are also creating discussion groups on this Telegram channel, so you can also be part of that. Right, and just to quickly tell you about our subscription, in case if you want to enhance your preparation, then you can also avail the Unacademy subscription plans. I'll recommend you to go for 1 year or 2 year plans. The prices are displayed on your screen, and you can use this my referral code, which is SHAH10, and you can get 10% special waiver as well. Okay, so let's understand what is index. So index means power, okay, and indices is plural of this index. Okay, so that's very simple. Index means power. So if I write any number, say 2 raised to 5, so in this number 2 is called the base and this 5 is called index or power, and plural of that is indices. So we are going to discuss certain laws related to this indices. So let me display the laws one by one. The first law says that any number raised to 0 power, it's 1. Okay, so for example, I'll take example for each of this rule, so you will understand that in much better way. So for example, if I take 2 raised to 0, the result will be 1, or even if I take 15 raised to 0, the result will be 1. So any number raised to 0 power, the result is 1. This is what this rule says. So please remember this in case if you have forgotten. I'm sure you all would have discussed this concept somewhere during school, right? So our objective in this session is to quickly recap these rules, okay? Especially if you left your mathematics long back, then this would be really helpful. The second rule says that negative power, if there is a negative power of any number and if you take reciprocal of that number, then the power sign will be changed. So let's understand this once again through an example. So for example, if I have this kind of number 2 raised to minus 5, so it can also be written as 1 upon 2 raised to 5, and this is nothing but 1 upon 32. So have you all understood this? Right? If you want, you can quickly note down this point and then we can proceed to the next point. Quickly note down this thing. Right, okay, so let's look at one more rule. Now this next rule is it's about similar power when the numbers are in multiplication, and even though the bases are different, so for example here the base is A and the other base is B, but the powers are equal, the powers are same. So in that case we can club these two numbers and we can write this common power. Please remember, this happens only in the case of multiplication. Had there been a plus sign, we can't write it this way. Okay, so just to give you an example, if I take 2 raised to 4 into 3 raised to 4, so this can be written as 2 into 3, that is 6 raised to 4. Very simple rule, right? Okay, the next rule says that if the bases are equal and the powers are different, then you will add those powers. So if I take the example of this one, 2 raised to 5 into 2 raised to 10, this can be written as 2 raised to 15, right? Have you all understood this? Yes? Show me quickly a thumbs up if you have understood this. You can use your chat box and you can communicate to me. So if you have any question, if you have any query, you can put it in the chat box, right? The other rule says that a raised to n divided by a raised to m, so it's equal to a raised to n minus m. That means if two numbers have the same bases, the powers are different, but if the numbers are in division, then we'll take difference of the powers. Okay, so for example, let's take some other number. Let me take 7 raised to 6 divided by 7 raised to 4. So this is 7 raised to 6 minus 4, that is 7 raised to 2. Very simple, right? Okay. Yeah, Arunima, great to see you. Okay. So Arunima, which exam are you preparing? Can you quickly tell me? Which exam are you targeting? Yeah. Let's take the next point, and this is very important. I mean, I have seen many students making mistake in this particular rule. So let me just write it over here. Now this rule says that 2 raised to 3 whole raised to 4, is it equal to 2 raised to 3 raised to 4? That's the question. That's what we need to identify. Are these two equal? So this is what we need to understand. So guys, please remember, whenever there is whole to the power, then these two powers will multiply with each other, right? Okay, fine. So Arunima, yes, for MAT exam also this topic is very, very important. Okay, I mean, you take any entrance exam, you will find questions based on the surds and indices, or directly or indirectly, right? So I'm sure your preparation, this topic will be helpful for your preparation. So once again, 2 raised to 3 whole raised to 4, so this will be written as 2 raised to 12. Okay, these two powers will multiply each other. But when it is 2 raised to 3 raised to 4, then first we'll have to solve this thing. So 3 raised to 4 is 81. So this result is 2 raised to 81. It's a big number. Okay, so these two are not equal. Please remember, they are not equal. So by this time you should be clear that what's the difference between 2 raised to 3 whole raised to 4 and 2 raised to 3 raised to 4. Have you all understood? Yes? Okay, so quickly like this video. Press the like button if you have understood this. Yeah, so let me see your messages quickly. Fine. Okay, so shall we go to next part, everyone? Okay, so now we have understood this laws of indices, right? You should all be very clear. Hi Meshram, how are you? Right, let me explain this once again. Let me take a different example. So what this rule says, the last rule, okay, it says that if you have this kind of number, let me use a different color sign so that you can understand this thing quickly. Okay, right. So if I take, say, 3 raised to 2 raised to 3, and if I take 3 raised to 2 whole raised to 3, what is the difference between these two? This is what we need to understand. So whenever there is whole to the power number, right, 3 raised to 2 whole to the power 3, so this 2 will multiply with each other, 2 into 3, so this is 3 raised to 6. Yes, okay. And whenever it's given 3 raised to 2 raised to 3, so this is 2 raised to 3. This has to be interpreted as 2 raised to 3. Okay, so 2 raised to 3 is 8. So this result is 3 raised to 8. Now have you understood this example, everyone? In fact, why don't you do one thing? See, this is a new channel that Unacademy has started for all CAT 2020 aspirants. Okay, so what we want is, we want more subscribers and we want more people to be here so that the session can be made interactive, right? So please spread a word with your friends, among your friends. In fact, you can post this link of this channel, which is CAT4MBA, on your Facebook page, on your Instagram. You can also keep it as your WhatsApp status so that your friends would come to know that, okay, there is something like Unacademy CAT4MBA, so they can also be part of this. And then during the session, I'll make sure that I'll give you plenty of questions so that you can compete with your friends as well, right? So we'll have that group preparation. So please spread a word about this. Now let's understand what is a surd. Okay, so surd means an irrational number. Any number with this root symbol is called a surd, right? So root 2 is a surd, root 3 is a surd, but root 4 is not a surd. Why? Because root 4 is nothing but 2. So this is not a surd. These are nothing but irrational number. So yesterday when I took that number line session, I had explained that rational and irrational number. In case if you are not aware, then let me quickly tell you that I take a basic of math session every day in the afternoon, live sessions rather, from 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. And I'll also be taking the CAT sessions of numbers and other topics in the evening, late in the evening at 9 o'clock. So you all can be there. Right, so this root 2, root 3, in fact, if I take cube root of 4, now this is a surd, right? If I take square root of 8, this is also surd. So all of these are surd. Okay, that's one thing. Now let's understand this thing. So if I write square root of a, so this is nothing but a raised to 1 by 2. Okay, so square root means power 1 by 2. If I write cube root of a, so this is nothing but a to the power 1 by 3. If I write fourth root of a, so this is a raised to 1 by 4. Same way, if I write nth root of a, it can be represented in this way, a raised to 1 by n. Please remember this representation. Okay, so nth root of a is equal to a raised to 1 by n, and this is called surd of order n. Surd of order n. Right, so what is the order of the surd? It depends on that power, the denominator of the power. So for example, if I say a raised to 1 by 3, so this is surd of order 3, this is surd of order 4, this is surd of order n. Okay, now let's understand this in slightly different way. We know square root of 36 is 6, right? So why is it 6? So because 36 36 is nothing but 6 square. And when I say square root, so instead of square root, I can put power 1 by 2, right? We have just discussed in the indices that whenever we have whole to the power something, these two powers will multiply. So 2 into 1 by 2 is what? It's 1. So this is nothing but 6 raised to 1, that is 6. So that's how we can understand that, in case if you have forgotten all this concept. See, once again, our objective for this session is to brush up our basics, right? It will just take 10 days for you to quickly brush up all these areas which are very important for your CAT preparation. Not only for quant, but even for data interpretation, you will require to use this basics, whether it's of Surds indices. Surds indices will be slightly less used, but other HCF, LCM or percentage of ratios, averages. So we are going to discuss basics of all this thing, and in the evening we are discussing the advanced level, right? So you can be part of both. So have you all understood this Surds? Can you quickly type in the chat box? And you can also press the like button, guys. Let's make sure that we have at least 10 likes by end of this session. Right, you can also ask your friends to like this video so that we can have more likes, right? Fine, everyone. So now let's quickly look at laws related to indices. Right, we discussed laws of surds. Now we'll discuss, we discussed laws of indices earlier. Now we'll discuss laws of surds. Yeah, hi Shubhankar, how are you? Good to see you all. Be here every day at 2 o'clock. Okay. And see, once again, this is completely free preparation. You really don't need to enroll yourself in any of the academy, right? You can have completely free preparation. Okay, so guys, what are the laws of surds? Let's quickly look at. So the first rule I have already explained, nth root of a can be written as a raised to 1 by n, right? So we have understood, for example, square root of 3, so it will be 3 raised to 1 by 2. We understood this point. Now the second rule says that nth root of a into b is equal to nth root of a into nth root of b. Let me give you an example. Shubhankar, I am also good. Thank you. So nth root of a into b is equal to nth root of a into nth root of b. Let me give you one example for this. So suppose I write square root of 12. Okay, so square root of 12 can be written as square root of 4 into square root of 3, right? Because 4 3s are 12. So I have splitted this 12 as 4 into 3. So this became square root of 4 into square root of 3. Now all of you know that square root of 4 is 2. So this can be written as 2 root 3. As simple as that. Right? Okay, same way if I take another example, cube root of 24, right? So this can be splitted as cube root of 8 into 3, or you can say cube root of 8 into cube root of 3. So what is cube root of 8, everyone? You remember this? It's 2. So it's 2 into cube root of 3. Have you all understood this? Yes. So this is the second rule related to surds, right? And there is one more rule which we need to understand. It says that nth root of a whole raised to m, it's equal to a raised to m by m, right? Now let's understand this thing quickly. ये rule क्या कहता है, तो एक example ले लेते हैं. So if I take square root of 5 whole raised to 3, okay, so this is nothing but 5 raised to 3 by 2. You know, square root means 1 by 2 power. You know, the square root of 5 can also be represented as 5 raised to 1 by 2 whole raised to 3. So if I multiply this 2, it will become 5 raised to 3 by 2. So if you want, you can just quickly note down these points so that you remember it for a longer duration, right? And make sure that throughout the sessions, every day, whatever points we are discussing, you are noting it down and you are maintaining proper repository of the solutions. Of course, after the session, we will also share the lecture notes. So we will soon update you about that. But for time being, you can subscribe to the channel and this YouTube channel, as well as you can subscribe to our Telegram channel, which is CAT4MBA, right? So over there also, from there also, you can access these notes. Fine. Have you all noted down this point? Shall we go to next part? The laws of surds. Have you understood? There's 3 rules. These are simple rules, right? Okay. So now let's look at another point, which is types of surds. What are the different types of surds? Okay. So guys, surds are of 2 types. One is called pure surd and another is called mixed surd. Okay, so what is a pure surd and what is a mixed surd? So let me give you an example. If I write square root of 12, or if I write cube root of 54, or if I write square root of 40, anything. So all of these are pure surd. Then what is a mixed surd, right? So let's understand. Now square root of 12, as we just saw, it can also be written as 2 root 3. Isn't that? Why? Because 12 is nothing but 4 into 3. So square root of 4 is 2, square root of 3 as it is. So the square root of 12 can also be written as 2 root 3. And this is nothing but a mixed form. Okay, so in the mixed, you have one irrational number and you have one rational number. We are mixing it. So that's called mixed. Let's take few more example. Cube root of 54. Now see, please understand, cube root of 54. 54 is nothing but 27 into 2. Yes. So what is cube root of 27? It's 3 into cube root of 2, because you can't find out cube root of 2. It's not an integer number, right? So this can be written as 3 cube root of 2. Are you all clear with this, everyone? Yeah, same way square root of 40. Now can you tell me how will you split this 40 so that you can find out square root of one of the numbers? Yeah, can we say it's 4 into 10? 40 can be written as 4 into 10. So square root of 4 will be 2 and square root of 10 as it is. So this can be written as 2 root 10. Correct? Yes? Okay. So guys, do one thing. Quickly note down this part. Just note down this thing, so that we can go to the next part afterwards. Yes. So how about you, Shubhankar? And yeah, Nicole, you were there yesterday. So Shubhankar, which exam are you targeting? Are you targeting CAT or some other exam also? Please tell me. You can write it in the chat box. So guys, I'll understand that what exams are you targeting. Based on that, I'll also guide you that these are the concepts that you need to actually focus more on, right? Yeah, so Shubhankar is targeting CAT. Fine. Okay, guys, so I had taken one session in the morning which was on CAT preparation in next 5 months, how to prepare for CAT in next 5 months. Did you check my video? In the morning only I had published on this one. So in case if you didn't check that, please look at that. So I've given the complete plan that how should you utilize your 5 months, right? So that you can prepare for CAT completely. Do watch that video. Okay, so have you all understood this pure surd and mixed surd? Fine. Yeah. Now, before we go ahead, let me quickly tell you about this Unacademy app. You can attend my special sessions, which I'm going to schedule very soon, right? In fact, today also I'm going to conduct, this basics of math session, special session today at 4 o'clock and 5 o'clock on this Unacademy platform. For that, you will have to download our this app, Unacademy app. So you can quickly download this Unacademy app and you can attend my special sessions over there, right? Please do it quickly. Fine. Now let's look at some questions. So the first question, 28 raised to 20 into 28 raised to 30. Can you tell me what's the answer for this? 28 raised to 20 into 28 raised to 30. What will be the answer? Everyone write it in the chat box. It will be 28 raised to what? Because base will remain 28. Can I say it's 28 raised to 50? Yes? Correct. I'm sure you will not be able to type the power in the chat box, but you can directly, you can also use this kind of arrow. So in chat box, if you want to write, you can write it this way, 28 power 50, right? So this is how you can write it. Fine. Let's look at second question. Just a moment. Yeah, this question. So 29 raised to 4 whole raised to 5. Okay. Divide by 29 square. Now can I say this 4 into 5, this 29 raised to 4 whole raised to 5. So it will be it should be simplified as 29 raised to 4 into 5, that is 29 raised to 20. Divide by 29 square. So this power will be subtracted from this one, so we will get result as 29 raised to 18. Isn't that, everyone? Yeah, that's correct. So this one is 29 raised to 18. Good. Fine. So same way, tell me what's the answer over here. So base will remain 25. What will be the power? Now 25 raised to 20. Let me just write it here. 25 raised to 20. Divide by 25 raised to minus 10. So, 25 raised to 20. Divide by 25 raised to minus 10. So this can also be written as 25 raised to 20 into 25 raised to 10. We are just bringing this number from denominator to numerator, so this power sign will be changed. Minus 10 became plus 10. So this is nothing but 25 raised to 30. Are you all clear with this, everyone? Right. So straight away we can write down this as 25 raised to 20 into 25 raised to 10, which is equal to 25 raised to 30. Once again, you can also think it this way, that whenever we make instead of division, if we put a multiplication sign, then this power sign will be changed, and vice versa. So answer is 25 raised to 30. Very simple question. Try for these two questions quickly. This one is slightly tricky for sure. It's going to challenge you. This fourth question is simple. 6 raised to 4 divide by 2 raised to 3 into 3 raised to 3. Can I say it's 6 raised to 3? 2 into 3 कर देंगे, and ये 3 कॉमन पावर रहेगी. ये पावर का एडिशन मत कर देना क्योंकि बेस अलग अलग है. So we have multiplied the numbers, it became 6, and this common power. So 6 raised to 4 divided by 6 raised to 3, it will be 6 raised to 1, that is 6. Yes, everyone, have you understood this part? Okay, great. Yeah, now this question, fifth one. I'm sure all of you are trying these questions. So once you are done, you can quickly type your answer in the chat box, so that I'll also come to know that you have solved these questions. Have you all understood this fourth question? Questions up to 4? If yes, then please press the like button quickly. If you have understood this 4 questions, then press the like button. And then try for this fifth question. It's slightly tricky. Okay, so let me just write it over here, this fifth question. So this is my question, 0.04 whole raised to minus 1.5. Okay, so this is what we need to solve. Yeah, so I have written it separately. I understand. The fifth question is not visible. Correct. So everyone, I have written it this side. I myself is blocking that question. I understood. I just realized that mistake. So fifth question, I have written it over here. Now please try for this question. Okay, guys, how will we solve this? So whenever you have this decimal powers, now you try to convert it to fraction. So 1.5 is nothing but 3 by 2, right? Okay, so let's see how should we do this question. There are a couple of ways. Of course, so I'm taking slightly shorter way. So I'll write 0.04 whole raised to minus 3 by 2. Now this minus 3 by 2 can also be written as 1 by 2 into minus 3. Right, very simple. Okay, so this 0.04 raised to 1 by 2 whole raised to minus 3. Okay, now this 1 by 2 power means square root, right? So 0.04 ka square root kitna hoga? 0.2. Correct. In case if you are not clear with this thing, you must look at my yesterday's session video. It's available on this channel in the playlist, and that was about decimals and fractions. So I have also taught you during that how to find out square or square root of decimal numbers. So square root of 0.04 is 0.2 and whole raised to minus 3. Now we'll have to eliminate this minus sign. So for that, what we'll do is we'll just convert this to fraction. 0.2 is nothing but 1 by 5. So 1 by 5 raised to minus 3. This can be written as 5 raised to 3. See, I've taken reciprocal of numbers, so this sign, power sign will be changed, right? Okay, so this came out to be 125. This is your answer, right? Have you all understood? As I mentioned, this slightly tricky question, and do not be surprised, you are asked this kind of question even in CAT exam, right guys? I mean, maybe slightly difficult, but yes, they also ask you some numbers related question which may be based on this laws of surds or laws of indices. So if you have practiced this question properly, I'm sure you will not find it difficult to solve. Correct? Okay. Now let's go to the next part where we need to compare the numbers. So 2 raised to 6, 3 raised to 4, which is the greater number? Of course, 3 raised to 4 is greater than 2 raised to 6. You know, it's a simple question. So you can simply find out 2 raised to 6 is 64 and this is 81. So this is greater. What about this one? Everyone, which of these two is greater? Call this one L, left hand side number, and this is right hand side number. So type in your chat box which number is greater, L or R. That's what you need to type. So is 12 raised to minus 5 greater than 12 raised to minus 7? What is that? So guys, in case if there is any confusion, you can just understand that minus power means we'll have to take reciprocal of the number. So this 12 raised to minus 5 can be written as 12 raised to 5, and 12 raised to minus 7 can be written as 12 raised to 7. Okay, now definitely this denominator is smaller than this one, so this number is greater than this one. So your left hand side number is greater than right hand side number. Great. Yeah, in case if you are not clear. Okay, so same way over here, both the numbers have same power. This denominator is smaller, so this number has to be greater. So again, in third question, left hand side number is greater than right hand side number. So I'm sure all of you have understood this thing. What about Shubhankar and Nicole? Are you there? I didn't see any answer from you, Nicole. Please type it in the chat box. Okay, fine. Now let's take few more questions. Okay, so you need to answer this question. How will you solve these questions? There are 4 questions. Everyone. Yeah, great. Shubhanga, in both the cases, left hand side number is greater. Okay, fine. So let's look at this question. Minus 3 cube. Now please remember, whenever you take odd power of a negative number, the result will be odd. This will remain minus 27. Okay, this minus sign will remain there. Whenever you take even power of a negative number, the result will be positive. So minus 2 square is positive 4. 27 4s are 108. So the result is minus 108. Right? So it was like this. Now let's look at one more question. This question. Try for this question. Question number 2. Tell me what's the answer. Right. So guys, what is square root of 484? Of course, it's 22. Divide by square root of 4.84. So now please remember that rule, 484 square root is 22. And whenever you take square root of a decimal number, the digits after decimal will become half. That means 4.84 has 2 digits after decimal. So my result will have just 1 digit after decimal. So I'll write that as 2.2. So square root of 4.84 is 2.2. Of course, you know that 4 point something. So square root of that will be slightly more than 2. So this is 2.2, right? So 22 divided by 2.2, of course, it has to be 10, correct? 2.2 into 10 is 22, isn't that? So answer will be 10. Now this is a tricky question, by the way. So try for this question. How will you solve this? You will have to use a concept of prime factorization for this, which we are going to discuss after 2 sessions. We are going to discuss factors, HCF, LCM, and so on and so forth. So I'm going to explain the basics of that. Then this question will be simple, but for timing, you will have to apply that concept because there is a question. So let me give you a hint for this. What you can do is just break down these numbers. So 126 is nothing but 14 into 9. You should be good at tables. 21 6 is also 126. 14 into 9 is also 126, right? So there are multiple ways. In fact, 18 7 is also 126, right? So you should be good at these tables. Now further, what is 14? It's 2 into 7. What is 9? It's 3 into 3. So you can say 126 is nothing but 2 raised to 1, 3 raised to 2 into 7 raised to 1. So this is called prime factorization, by the way, for your information, right? So 126 can be written in this way. Same way, how will you write 12? Can you tell me, what prime numbers are used in making 12? So 12 is 4 into 3. So we can say 2 square into 3 raised to 1. Same way, what is 49? So 49 is straight away 7 square, right? So this number is nothing but cube root of 126, that is 2 raised to 1 into 3 raised to 2 into 7 raised to 1 into 12, that is 2 raised to 1 into 2 raised to 2 into 3 raised to 1, right? Into this 7 square. 49 is 7 square. So if I just want to simplify, how can I write it? So what are the total powers of 2? It's 2 cube. Okay, so it's cube root of 2 cube into what are the powers of 3? 3 square into 3 raised to 1, it's 3 cube into what are the powers of 7? 7 cube, right? So now what is cube root of 2 cube? It's 2. Same way, cube root of 3 cube, it's 3. Cube root of 7 cube, it's 7. So answer is 42. 2 into 3 into 7. So this is how you had to solve this question. Yeah, have you all understood this, guys? So this was, as I mentioned, it was slightly challenging, so you can even tackle this question. So this, of course, they'll not ask you this kind of question, but then it's a very good question to clear your concepts, right? You should visualize how this cube root functions, or what is the meaning of cube root, what is the meaning of square root, and so on and so forth. So this particular question or example would help you understand all these things, right? Tricky one. Yes, Nicole, that's correct. It was a tricky one. So guys, if you want, you can take some time and you can quickly note down this thing, and then you can try for this 4th question as well. Okay, so please try for this question, the 4th one. Now here will, there is a power 2 by 3. So we can interpret this as 1 by 3 whole raised to 2. Okay, it's 1 by 3 whole raised to 2. Fine. So what is cube root? 1 by 3 power means cube root. So what is cube root of 625? It's 5. Now count the number of digits over here. So there are 6 digits. So we are taking cube root, so there should be 2 digits in the answer after decimal, right? So I'll write this as 0.05. So this cube root of say 0.00625 is 0.05, and now we need to make square of that. Now 5 square is 25, and there are 2 digits over here, so in the square the number of digits will become double, right? So there should be 4 digits over here, so we'll have to insert 2 zeros. We'll write 0.0025, right? So this is the answer for 4th question. So I'm sure all of you are able to understand this point, right? Okay, friends. Okay, so let's go to the next part. Try for this question. Again, this is a slightly simple question. I will not call it very difficult question. What will you do in such question? Now here you are given an equation. Okay, so and on the left hand side there is a square root, but on the right hand side there is just a number. So to eliminate the square root, I'll suggest that you make square on both the sides of the equation. So for example, if I say if a equal to b, then of course a square has to be equal to b square. So this is the principle that we can apply over here, right? So let's make square on both sides. Okay, so this will become 1 plus c upon 121 is equal to, what is 12 square? It's 144 divided by 121, right? Okay, now you'll just multiply it over here. So 121 plus c divided by 121 is equal to 144 divided by 121. Of course, these two parts will get cancelled off, so you will be left with 121 plus c is equal to 144, or you can say c is equal to 23, right? So this is how you can do it. Correct, squaring from on both the sides. Okay, fine guys. So let's take one more question then. Now here you need to convert to mixed surds. Okay, in fact let me quickly tell you guys, so I'm able to see your chats because we are in live session, so I'm able to see your chat through another screen, but that particular screen is going off, so I'll not be able to see your chats. So in case if you have any queries, you can still type it in the comment section and I'll answer that after the sessions. Okay, just to inform you about this. Right, now convert to mixed surd. So we know how to convert this to mixed surd. So root 12, of course, as I mentioned, it can be splitted as root 4 into root 3, or you can say it's 2 root 3. So this is the mixed surd. Okay, same way, let's take one more question. Square root of 180. Now can you think how should you how can you split 180 such a way that you can find out square root of one part? So I'm sure most of you will say, sir, it can be 20 into 9. Okay, so what is square root of 9? It's 3 into square root of 20. So 3 root 20, still it's not correct because you can simplify this. Of course, this is a mixed surd, but we can further simplify this. So root 20 can also be splitted as square root of 4 into 5. And what is square root of 4? It's 2 into the square root of 5 as it is, and this 3 as it is. So it will be 3 into 2 into square root of 5. That is 6 root 5. This is the proper mixed surd form, right? This is just a practice question. I mean, you will not ask this kind of question. I will call it a concept question. So this will help you in understanding the concept. Okay, and one more question, cube root of 500. Let me just write it over here. Cube root of 500. Now you will have to split this 500 in two parts such that you can find out cube root of one of those parts. Okay, so 500 can be written as 125 into 4, isn't that? And see, 125 is a perfect cube number, it's 5 cube. So cube root of 125, it's 5 into this cube root of 4 as it is. So 5 cube root of 4 is the answer, is the mixed surd form for this pure surd. So once again, cube root of 500 is a pure surd and 5 cube root of 4 is a mixed surd form. So I'm sure all of you have understood this. right? Okay, let's go to next one quickly. 2 into square root of 12. Now you need to convert to pure surd. So let me quickly help you. How can we do it? So pure surd means we'll have to take everything inside the square root. So if I take 2 along with this 12, I'll have to write it as 2 square into 12. You know, only then we can take square root of 2 square as 2 and we can rewrite this as 2 root 12, right? So it's a very simple point. Whenever you take any number inside the square root, you will have to write square of that number. So that's why this is square root of 2 square into 12. What is 2 square? It's 4. 12 fours are 48. So this is square root of 48. This is the pure surd form. This was the mixed surd and we have converted it to pure surd. Have you all understood this, guys? Yeah. Please write it in the comments, the chat section, and also press the like button. As I mentioned, I want at least 10 likes by end of this session. So please ask your friends. You can also ask your mom, dad to like this video. That's perfectly fine, right? So that even they'll come to know that you are studying, and that's a good sign. I'm sure they'll be happy to like this video. Okay, so let's take one more question, and I really want you to give me the answer for this question, right? So try for this question quickly. 5 into square root of 5. So we need to convert it to pure surd form. So we'll have to write it this. If you take this 5 inside, so we'll have to write 5 square into 5. This 5 as it is over here, right? So 5 square is 25 into 5, 125. So this is square root of 125. Very simple. So I'm sure now you'll be able to quickly do it. And do not forget to revise all these concepts, right? Revision is very, very important. Unless you revise, you will not be able to remember this. It will just take 1 week's time for you to forget all the concepts. Okay. For this one, what I'll suggest is you can always attend our marathon session. So very soon I'm going to, schedule one marathon session for the complete basics of mathematics, right? Maybe you can expect it on next Thursday or Friday, right? So whatever we are going to discuss in next 5-6 days, we'll have one marathon session and we'll look at everything in totality. Okay. So yeah, 3 into cube root of 100. So once again, we'll have to take this 3 inside. So we'll write it as 3 cube into this 100 as it is. By the way, this is cube root sign over here. So this can be written as cube root of 2700, right? So it's a very simple question. Now let me give you some challenging question. Try for this one, everyone. In fact, if you want, you can pause the video over here, right? Shubhankar, you have a doubt. What's your doubt? Quickly type it because the screen is going off. Which first question? Shubhankar, are you asking about this 2 root 12 question? Do you have doubt in this? In case if you have doubt, because I just saw your message. So 2 root 12, what I said is when you take any number inside the square root, you will have to write square of that. So this can be written as 2 square into 12. Now 2 square is 4 into 12, that is 48. So this can be written as square root of 48, right? Shubhankar, are you clear with all these 3 questions? Yeah, great. Okay, so let's take this challenging question. You know, if you can answer this question, almost 90% of your work is done, guys. You will be able to tackle any Surds indices related situation. Okay, so see if you are able to answer this. And please understand, you can't straight away divide 0.4 by 0.2 because the powers are different. Please understand. So don't directly divide them. Okay. Yeah, great, Shubhankar. Okay. So let me help you out. 0.4 raised to 4 divide by 0.2 raised to 8 whole raised to 1 by 2. So what we'll do is, please understand this power will multiply with this power as well as this power. Okay, so let's first multiply. So what is 4 into 1 by 2? It's 2. So I'll write this as 0.4 raised to 2 divide by 8 into 1 by 2 is 4. So 0.2 raised to 4. Now what we'll do is we'll simply expand this number. So 0.4 ka square, it will be 0.16. 0.2 raised to 4, it's 0.0016, right? Now decimal division, as I explained in my previous session, whenever you come across this decimal divisions, try to make the digits after decimal equal in both numerator as well as denominator. Okay, so in case if you are not very clear with this decimal multiplication and division, do not forget to watch that basic maths L2 video, that is fractions and decimals. Okay, so here what I'll do is 0.16, I'll just insert two zeros towards the end. As you understand, आप 0.16 लिखो या 0.160 लिखो या 0.1600 लिखो, all of these are one and same. So I have made the number of digits after decimal equal in both numerator and denominator. Now we can straight away eliminate the decimal. So numerator number will be 1600, denominator number will be 0016, that is 16. So answer will be 100. As simple as that, right? Yes, so I'm assuming that all of you would have understood this. In case if you still have any confusion, because see, as I mentioned, this is slightly challenging question, and I have been training students for last 12 years, and I know what questions most of the students get stuck, especially those who do not have mathematics after the 10th standard. So they find this question slightly more difficult. The best way is, after the session, once again watch this video and go through this concept, go through all the concepts once again. And once again next week you can revisit this video, or you can attend those marathon session also, where I'm going to revise everything once again. It's going to be of about 3 to 4 hours at a time, right? So you will really enjoy that. Okay, fine guys. So yeah, if you want, you can quickly note down this thing. I'll also have a sip of water. And now let's take one more question. So try for this question. All of you should be trying the second question. I don't think it's that challenging. It should be simple for you now. Okay, so I should get quick answers. Quickly write it in your chat box. What's your answer for this second question? So let me just solve it over here. 0.027 raised to minus 2 by 3. As I mentioned earlier, minus 2 by 3 can be split as 1 by 3 whole raised to minus 2. Very simple. Okay, now what is cube root? This 1 by 3 power means we need to take cube root of this number. What is cube root of 27? It's 3, and since there are 3 digits over here, so my answer, my cube root will have just 1 digit. So cube root of 0.027 is 0.3. As simple as that. Whole raised to minus 2. Correct. Now since that is a negative sign, so what we'll do is we'll convert this to fraction. 3 by 10 whole raised to minus 2. Let's take reciprocal of the number 10 by 3. So power sign will be changed. Minus 2 will become plus 2, and this is nothing but 100 by 9. So this is how you had to simplify this. So 0.027 whole raised to minus 2 by 3, it's nothing but 100 by 9. So have you all understood this? Yes, this is again a slightly tricky question, but not very difficult, because we have tackled many such questions. Okay, right, so we have 5 more minutes. Let's quickly finish a couple of more questions, so that your understanding is conquered. Right, now 9 raised to 60 is equal to 27 raised to k, and you need to find out the value of k. Okay, that's the question. It's not mentioned over here, but it's understood that you need to find out value of k. In such question, what I'll suggest is make the bases equal. So 9 can be written as 3 square, this power 60 as it is, which is equal to 27 can be written as 3 cube, this power k as it is. So can I say this 2 power will multiply? So this will become, let me just write it here, 3 raised to 120 equal to 3 raised to 3k. So can I say 3k equal to 120? So k will come out to be 40. This is the answer. Yes, have you all understood this? Once again, what we did is, first of all, 9 I wrote as 3 square whole raised to 60 power as it is, and this 27 I wrote as 3 cube, this power k as it is. This 2 power will multiply with each other, so 2 into 60, it's 120. So left hand side is 3 raised to 120, right hand side is 3 raised to k. Since they are equal, so the bases are equal, so the powers have to be equal. So I found out 3k equal to 120, so k is 40, right? So this is how you can solve this question. Okay, once again, after this session, I'm going to share the lecture notes on our Telegram channel. So please make sure that you have subscribed to Telegram channel so that you can access the notes from there as well. And very soon we'll be shifting it to a different URL, so the things will be updated on the Telegram channel, right? Okay guys, yeah, one more question, one last question in fact. 70 raised to 90 is equal to 7 raised to 9 into 10 raised to 10 into 7 raised to p into 10 raised to q. So you need to find out value of p and q. What is p and what is q over here? So once again, it's an equation, so we'll have to make bases equal. So I can say 7 and 10 on right hand side. So on the left hand side also, I'll split this 70 as 7 raised to 90 into 10 raised to 90. Can we do it? Yes, we have discussed this point as part of laws of indices, right? Okay, 7 raised to 90 into 10 raised to 90 can also be written as 70 raised to 90 or vice versa as well. So my left hand side is 7 raised to 90 into 10 raised to 90. Now look at my right hand side. Can we add these two powers because their bases are equal? Yes. So the right hand side will be 7 raised to 9 plus p. Similarly, this 10, 10. So this powers will be added 10 raised to 10 plus q. Correct? Now it's very easy for us to make out, okay, since these two sides are equal. So of course this two parts should be equal and this two parts should be equal. Isn't that? So I can say this 90 is equal to 9 plus p. 90 is equal to 9 plus p. Same way, this 90 is equal to 10 plus q. So 90 is equal to 10 plus q. Right. So this here we get value of p as 81 and here we'll get value of q as 80. So these are your answers. Have you all understood this? Correct. So once again, just to quickly tell you, what we did is, since we saw 7 and 10 in the bases on the right hand side, so this is what I did for left hand side. I split 70 as 7 into 10. So 70 raised to 90 became 7 raised to 90 into 10 raised to 90. Then I club these two numbers and these two numbers. So I got 7 raised to 9 plus p into 10 raised to 10 plus q, and that's how we solve this question, right? So just to once again write it in a simple manner, I can also write it this way. This is 7 raised to 90 into 10 raised to 90, which is equal to 7 raised to 9 plus p. This have been clubbed, and same with this two have been clubbed, into 10 raised to 10 plus q. When the bases are same, the powers are added. So that's how I came to know that this are equal and this two should be equal, right? So I came to know that 90 is equal to 9 plus p and another 90 is equal to 10 plus q. So I got p is equal to 81 and q is equal to 80, right? I hope all of you have understood these concepts and you would have enjoyed the session. Not only enjoyed, you would have benefited this session. I'll suggest you to write. Now you have been writing in the chat box. Can you please write something in the comment box? If you like this video, then please write it. Okay, sir, I learned this things. So other students will also come to know, and you can also mention about the topics that you want us to teach you, so that we'll come up with more videos on that topic. We'll plan it in our daily life sessions. Okay, so that's it from my end. Before I go ahead, I would like to quickly tell you about our Plus subscription. So you are going to learn every day on this YouTube platform, but for CAT you also require mock test and personal interaction and all those things. So if you avail a subscription, you can get access to plenty of mock tests for CAT and other entrance exam, and you will also get access to leaderboard. So our sessions on Unacademy platform are slightly different. So today at 4 o'clock I am taking one session, special session. It's free of cost. What you need to do is you just need to download the mobile app, Unacademy learning app, go to Play Store, download it, and then you can just go ahead and attend my Plus sessions. I'll tell you how to do it. So over there, what we do is, whenever I ask a question, I create a poll. So there are plenty of viewers over there, and each one will answer their question. Each one will select the option over there. You will get an option to select the correct answer, and based on your inputs, I'll be able to display how many students have answered that question correctly. So that's very interesting, right? And there is lots of comments which is going on in the chat box. So please come and attend my Plus the special session on Unacademy platform also. Once again, I'm going to be there at 4 o'clock today, and normally every day I take over there at 5 o'clock as well. Yes, you will be able to interact with me on much more personal level if you have downloaded that app and if you have taken subscription, of course. So what you need to do is you need to go to Play Store, or you can go to App Store. You can search for Unacademy Learning app and you can download it. Once you have downloaded, then you can select plus if you want to go for subscription. Otherwise, you can just select your goal as CAT. This is what you need to select. Once you have done it, to attend my special sessions, you just need to follow me. So search me over there by name Ronak Kumar Shah. Okay, that's the name that's visible over there. That's slightly conventional name, but that's my actual name, Ronak Kumar Shah, right? So you can just follow me, so you will immediately get you will get notification about my special sessions and other courses that I'm launching over there. So you can attend it over there also. In fact, for special sessions, you don't need to make any payment. Only when you want to access the mock test series, and if you want to access to the leaderboard or other features of the subscription plan, then you'll have to go for this plus subscription. In fact, you can use my referral code SHAH10 in case if you are planning to go for subscription. You can use my referral code and you will get special 10% discount. Right. Just for your information, we have plenty of other courses. As you know that Unacademy is India's largest online learning platform, and we prepare students at completely free of cost on YouTube every day with the live sessions. So if your friends or your sibling are preparing for any of this exam, you can always inform them about this Unacademy platform so that they can also be benefited. Right. You can attend the plus session, special session today and every day if you have downloaded this app. So do not forget to download this app and do not forget to follow me. And yes, please like, share and subscribe this channel. Make sure that you have pressed the bell icon so that you can get notification about my sessions. Right. And Telegram channel, as I mentioned, you can access the notes from there, and there is also going to be a discussion group, so you can enjoy that as well. So that's it for this session from my end. Adios for today. See you tomorrow, or if you are there on special if you have downloaded the Unacademy app, see you for the special session.